Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. So happy to be with you, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, and we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars changed addresses. There's a whole lot to talk about in the NFL in addition to this game we're getting ready to watch.
Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They're led out by their strong-arm quarterback out of Texas A&M, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
And many believe that Ryan Tannehill is ready to fulfill his promise. Been in the league a little while now, been through some ups and downs, some bumps and bruises, but the talent is evident. Can run it, can throw it, and I think now he's ready to be a great leader.
Tannehill on first down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. And let's look now at the offensive starters for the Cardinals.
The number 4 overall pick in the 2010 draft is left tackle Trent Williams, and oftentimes we talk about a guy of his potential and say just plug him in at left tackle for the next 10 years, but rarely does that work out. In this case, it's been spot on. A 7-time Pro Bowler, he patrols the blind side of all of his quarterbacks.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. Now throwing on first down and completing it. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off play action, Tannehill. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8. Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. And the starting crew defensively for Detroit.
Clinton-Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
Check 50, check 50.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the rookie, the 6th overall pick back in April out of Duke, and that's Daniel Jones.
Ready. Mike, 57. Hey, let's get this. Shoot.
Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Ready. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. I got him. Watch the eye. Get it.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
91. Mike, 58, right there.
From the 24, Tannehill over the middle, and it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He had no options downfield there and just chucked it out of bounds.
There was no one open. He was in the pocket. Where was the intentional grounding call?
Oh, you wanted the flag?
Of course I did. I'm a defensive guy. You know that. Where was the flag? The officials point out that someone was in the area. He got away with one.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And here is the Cardinal defense.
When you're talking about what you want from a middle linebacker or an inside linebacker, you're talking about Tahir Whitehead. Does a nice job wading through a lot of the traffic and does an excellent job of bringing down ball carriers. One of the top tacklers in the league when he's on top of his game.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Jones going to throw again, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing Jones. And Brate, the tight end's got it.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Now it's Tate. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. This is Carson. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Carson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted.
Here we go. 18 Gators. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Play. Get it.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Trey Wayne's the Michigan State man right there in coverage. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw, Tannehill. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. On first down, it's Carson. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Lions' 39-yard line.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play in the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Tannehill into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So here come the Lions now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now Saquon Barkley, and he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. On second down now, Barkley, and he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Jones now operating from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off. But he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix, the former Packer, in on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Tannehill. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. He completes it to Tate. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Underneath, he's got Brate. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Joey Bosa in on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Ready. Mike 57. Watch the slant.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. and reading your keys. You always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
On 1st and 10, Jones looking middle, and it's incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
We got 4.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Jones. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. It's Barkley on the counter, and an alley to run. Shrugs off another, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Oh, he's got the full package. He can spin, he can juke, he can make you miss, he can drop a shoulder on you. Some of that elusiveness we saw at Penn State has definitely translated to the NFL game. Saquon Barkley hit the proper buttons and turn him loose.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Williams. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. The open man here, Renfro. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Maher is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a dump off here complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Tannehill now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got his man. This is Tate. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. It's the Chargers out to an early lead, and we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
2 yards, good enough for a first. A first down carry for Barkley. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Back to throw. Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Defense.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Catch made by Slayton. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Jones now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in his zone here and call it a day because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
Come. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Stocker's got it, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. On first down, Tannehill. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Luke Stocker in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Just a 4-play drive that time, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll run on first down. Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, that was a show of support to even allow him to attempt to make that kick. And you know if he did, that would tie the NFL record. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal, but a little bit short. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Play action. It's Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Here's Tannehill. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Arizona. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Barkley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, it's Tate. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Tannehill. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Tannehill now to throw. Caught here by Griffin. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On third down, Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jones now operating from the gun. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
Throwing Jones. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 23. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, they have gone to the third quarter now in Dallas. And the Cowboys on the board again. It's a 2-touchdown lead there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On first down, it's Tannehill. pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Down. 10-2 stop. Silver. And now.
Here's Carson. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop.
70, Indy.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tannehill. It's complete to Robinson. And it's going to be another first down as they get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. Tannehill now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Carson, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Tannehill throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tate, and he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now Tannehill. Screenplay, Johnson. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And the kick by Butker is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
This fielded at the 2. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check 59. 5.
Jones on first down. Caught. It's Wilson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. From the gun on third down, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Oh, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up fourth down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Jones, throwing again. He completes it to Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 16. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
At the 23-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You don't know no better. Sit up. Ready?
They run the counter. It's Carson, and this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And too far. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
On second down, it's Carson, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Go now. 70, Indy.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. First down.
See, we got to get to the box. Let's keep
At the 49-yard line.
Get it.
On first down, it's Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now on 2nd and 13, Tannehill. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And Detroit getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Lions' 21-yard line.
They run again with Carson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And Tate's got it. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. 3 yards on 1st, 4 on 2nd, and now 5 on 3rd down. Move the sticks.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Set. 10 logo.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. It's hauled in by Hardy. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 4-yard line.
Ready.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
8 read.
A gain of 3 yards.
Right, 58, right there.
Stop short of the goal line.
Go.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
5.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know Protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. That time a 6-play drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, if they're out there, we'll see if they can pick those things back up. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Big grip.
From the 36, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. So out now come the Cardinals. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, for these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, the Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. But anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Cards, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.